Today I'm making something straight from the pantry. I'm just using what I have on hand, and this is a Middle Eastern dish. It's called muzadara. I think I might not be pronouncing that correctly, but it's using stuff that I bet you have in your pantry, and you can make it completely vegetarian, or in my case I am adding beef broth and some bacon fat, so definitely not completely vegetarian. But this is a dish with lentils and rice and fragrant spices and caramelized onions and crunchy onions. It'll smell so good while you're cooking it. And it really is it a stew? Is it a soup? I don't know. It's kind of in between. But it's an economical meal, and it is using stuff that you should have in your pantry. So you want to use what you have in your pantry. Now for this, you're going to need a cup of lentils, any kind you have. I happen to have red lentils. You need 3/4 a cup of rice. Again, it's up to you. Whatever kind of rice you want to use, brown rice, white rice, long rice, whatever, you can use it. One of the keys to this is caramelizing your onions. So this is one large white onion, and I use my mandolin to slice it really thin. Then you're going to need some spices. So in here we have 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 3/4 teaspoon allspice, a little salt, a pinch of cayenne, and just a pinch of oregano, thyme, and rosemary. Now to caramelize the onions, we're going to need some kind of fat. You can just use olive oil, especially if you're vegetarian, you don't want to use what else I'm using, but I'm using some bacon grease in it too to give it a little bit more flavor. And then you're going to need some broth or water. You need 5 cups of broth or water. I'm using, as you can see it's expired, but hurry up and use it. 4 cups of the organic beef broth plus another cup of water for this recipe. And then when you're caramelizing the onions, it can take a long time. And to make this dish more authentic, you would want to get them as crispy as possible, which even takes more time. So I'm going to cheat a little bit for the top. I have some crispy onions here that I bought at the store. We love these on a lot of dishes, so I'm going to be using that on the top. And then when we're done, we're just going to want to sprinkle a little lemon juice on top of the dish. So let's get Xander. So let's get started. So we're melting our fat. Now we're going to put in all of our gorgeous onions here. Hear them sizzle nice. They need just a little more olive oil. And you want to keep up that sizzle. And this is something about, and probably every 3 minutes or so you're going to want to stir. Something you really have to watch, because your caramelizing can turn to blacken really quick if you don't watch it. And maybe about 8-10 minutes, you can see it's just starting to brown a little. Hear that nice sizzle. Okay. I'm kind of hurrying these a little bit. My husband's hungry. Usually I take a little longer, get them a little bit more caramel color, you know. That's why they call them caramelized onions. But these are almost done. We just kind of want to sweat them a little. It takes about 20 minutes. I don't know if you can hear, but the sizzle isn't sizzling as much, okay? Kind of a sign that we're sweating out what's in them. And they're going to be crispier. And you know what? I think they're done. So now we're going to add our spices. Just mix it in. Okay. We're going to take half of these out, just if you want to garnish them on top. Oh, that's probably good. And I'm adding a little, 2 small cloves of garlic too. Get that a little crisped up. And get some of that flavor of the garlic out there. And then we're going to put in our broth. I'm using beef broth, but you could use vegetable broth or just water, whatever you want. And adding a cup of water, so we end up with 5 cups of broth. We're going to bring this up to a simmer. Okay, I just added my rinsed red lentils, the 3/4 of a cup. And get this back up to sim, and we're going to simmer it for about, I think about 20 minutes. You want it almost done. Now, if you're doing green or brown lentils, it could take up to 30 minutes. So it does depend on the type of lentils you have. And then we're just going to partially cover it, just like that, so it can evaporate a bit. Maybe just there. And we'll be back in 20 minutes. If you're not using beef broth or maybe chicken broth, which has quite a bit of sodium in it, you might want to add a little more salt and maybe a little more olive oil just to give it some depth. Okay, now it's time to add our rice. As you can see, that's thickening up a bit. Stir that up. And we're going to let it cook for another, probably 20 minutes. We just want to make sure it doesn't thicken up too much. If it starts thickening too much, I'll put the top completely on. Or if it's too soupy, we'll let it cook a little longer. Okay, let's see how it's looking. I think that's about the right consistency. Now, you know, you always have to do a taste test to see is it the way you want it. Flavor. Pretty good. I think it needs a little pepper. Putting a little seasoned pepper here. And of course, my husband will always say it needs more salt because that's my husband. Mix that in. Now let's get ready to dish it up. Now we just want to put in a little of the garnished onions here. Put those on top a little. Go. Dribble a little of our lemon juice. Some people put more olive oil on now too. And then just a little bit crunchy. Those onions are so good. Okay, mix it in here. Now, some people actually put in sour cherries. Some people soak raisins in lemon juice and put it in. I mean, it's one of those things that is made 1,000 different ways depending on the family recipe. Almost a nutty flavor, chewy flavor. And that's the lentils. I think it needs just a little red pepper. But then that's me. I like my things a little spicy. Now, some people also serve this with yogurt, or maybe a garlicky chili sauce. Could use your Thai chili sauce if you want to. Now I got the heat from the red pepper. It's such an easy recipe, but it does take a little bit of time. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love finding new dishes to make from the things I always have in my pantry, and especially ones that are nutritious. And this one is definitely both. It is very tasty. So I hope you make Mouza Dara. Gosh, I hope I'm saying that right. This is Prepper Potpourri, helping you use items in your pantry to make delicious suppers for your family. Remember, share the knowledge. Thumbs up if you like this video.